Hi friends, Tracy Bish here, Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. Welcome to our final project for Halloween Spooktacular. It is week 6 and this is our second project for the week. Both projects for this week 6 are actually cards. But if you didn't catch Tuesday's card, it was a standing tower card. It was super fun. I love that card. Go back and check that out. But for this one, this is actually part of the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle for this month of September. Now, this month's September actually uses two sweets from Stampin' Up, the Spooky Sweet Suite and the Painterly Pairs Suite. So I'll talk a little bit more about that as we go along. But I have all my supplies here ready. I've got Petunia Pop ink as well as Memento. Stamping blends, we have Granny Apple Green, Petunia Pop and Pumpkin Pie. We have the Spooky Sweet DSP, the Petunia Pop Shimmer ribbon, the Spooky Sweet Halloween bundle, and the stars, the foam star embellishments, which are fantastic. As well, for my cardstock, I have Petunia Pop cardstock, basic grey, basic white, and I'm also using some of this beautiful DSP, both the cutout and the DSP. Now, just quickly, the Spooky Sweet Suite has really gorgeous products with it, but I do love this DSP because you could just buy that DSP and you've got enough designs there to be able to make very beautiful cards. You know, there's tags in there, there's embellishments that you can punch out, they're already pre-die cut. You've got some great scenes in that DSP, so you really are sorted for that whole suite. Okay, so this is the card. It folds down flat. It's actually a really fun fold, and I'm super excited to be sharing it with you. So it is one of the projects in September's Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle. So I'm not going to give you the measurements, but just know that you can get the tutorial bundle a couple of ways. So if you would like to get it free and you live in Australia, all you need to do is either purchase in my online store in September, or you can join my team, the Inky Stampers, as my Inky Stampers team members get the tutorial bundles every single week, or every single month for free. So, but if you place an order in that month, you can also get that as well. Now, if you already order from another demonstrator, or maybe you live outside of Australia, you can purchase this tutorial bundle as well. There is a link in the description of this video. Okay, so I've actually just done a little bit of scoring on my card, and this is going to give it that box effect on the side. So as you can see, we're just using a bone folder to make sure that they're nice and burnished. That will help the card go together really well. Now, we've got a couple of layers on this card as well. I've not only used the basic grey cardstock as a layer, but we're also using DSP as well. So I've got, for the back of the card, a piece of basic white cardstock, and then I've got a piece of basic white, both of these are thick, I believe, for our stamping. So I'm going to bring all my stamps in. There is plenty of room to write on the back of the card, so it does fold flat, so you can write really easily as well. Don't worry about that. It will make it very easy for you. And I thought I really wanted to take some of these die cuts that are in this DSP and use them a little bit more than I do. I love that Stampin' Up over the last couple of years have come out with quite a few DSPs that have the die cuts in them. But what's really great about Stampin' Up is even if they don't have die cuts in them, you have plenty of pages of DSP that you can either fussy cut out and or use dies that coordinate with that suite or that set. There are dies in some sets that will cut out some of those images in that DSP, so it's super fun. So I've just stamped this little Frankenstein puppy dog with the Memento Tuxedo black ink, and I re-inked my ink pad so it comes out nice and dark, and I really love that. If you're having trouble with your Memento, I don't know why it's taken me so long to re-ink it, but that will help you out, I promise. Okay, and then the Petunia Pop, which is actually one of my new favourite purples to be using for Halloween. We're just going to stamp the sentiment Happy Halloween, and then bring in those little bat dies that will go on either side of that. So very, very simple in our stamping today. I'm going to come back in and do a little bit more stamping with those bats, but this card comes together really quick. So those two are ready to go. Then we also have this little tiny strip of petunia pop that just goes on the back of the back side of the card. And in that stamp set, there's these little stars, or, you know, yeah, I'd say they're stars. So we're just going to stamp them randomly across that little tiny strip. And I think the back of the card really does, this strip really does pop out because you've got the basic grey behind it. So I thought that's a nice little effect as well. Okay, so moving back to the front of the card, we're also going to grab our we're going to do our sentiment, and we're going to, while I have my petunia pop ink out, we're going to stamp that sentiment. And I think, yeah, there's actually quite a few good sentiments in this stamp set, so you could change it around, but No Tricks, All Treats is a great one. And I think we're going to do our stamping of the bats as well on that DSP. Now, this Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle is super fun. There are 12 projects in that bundle, and there's a good mix. Now, just let me have a quick look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's actually 7 of the Halloween, and then we have 5 of the Painterly Pairs. So and I'll tell you what, the projects in this tutorial bundle are absolutely beautiful. So you'll love them. Go and check that the tutorial out. You can actually go over to my blog as well and click on the image of the tutorial bundle, and that will take you to PayPal as well. So we're just going to quickly colour in. Now, whenever you're stamping in Memento and you're going to use your stamping blends, I have a quick tip for you, and that is to let that Memento dry. If you don't let it dry, it will bleed as you colour. So if you can't, you know, put that aside as you work on other things on your card for, you know, 5 minutes or so, just hit it with the heat tool to make sure that that ink has dried and set, and then you won't have any of that. It blends in and bleeds, and it just, I don't know, it doesn't look very nice. I've had it happen a couple of times, and I just prefer not to do it. Now, I did do a little bit of shading on my sample here with the light and dark. And with the card that I'm creating now, I actually just used the dark colours of each of those stamping blends and coloured it in. So you can please yourself if you want to do a little bit of shading and colouring, or if you just want to do some basic colouring, which is absolutely fine as well. And I really love this little Frankenstein dog is actually one of my favourites in this stamp set. I've used the witch cat as well, but I will say this is such a cute one. Okay, so once we have that all done, I am going to actually die cut it with my dies. You can also fussy cut if you would like, but what I really like about the die for this one is in between the lollipop and the muzzle of the puppy, it actually cuts it out, so the die actually gets in and cuts in nice and close, which some dies do that, and then some dies have that leave a lot more white space, but I really love how it goes in nice and close there. So I've actually done it off screen. I don't know why I did that, but I obviously didn't do too much editing of this video, so I do apologise for that. It makes it a little bit longer, but it's okay. We've got all the time in the world to chat. Now, I am in the comment section if you're watching this as a premiere, so please go to the chat area and chat with me as we're creating this. Now, if you're not watching it in the premiere time, maybe you've watched it a little bit later, please leave me a comment. Let me know what your favourite Halloween or spooky Halloween project has been, and whether you've created any of the projects that I've done. So I'm really interested in knowing that. And just quickly too, I have offered quite a few times to send some of these cards out to you, and no one has taken me up on it. So I do have friends over in the US that I'll be sending cards to, and here in Australia as well. Whether they celebrate Halloween or not, I'll still be sending them out. But if you would like to get a Halloween card off me, please send me an email to Tracy, which is tracy.bish, which is bish as in bish, let me start that again. tracy.bish@bigpond.com. So, and it's actually in the description of the video as well. So if you click that down arrow and have a look, it should be in there as well. So I'm just changing this DSP up. To me, there's quite a few pages in that DSP that's a little boring. You know, they're one colors, or you know, they've got flecks in them or something like that, but you know, there's no image in there. So these are great because we can use our stamps, or you could use an embossing folder to really up the ante with this DSP. And I love that, you know, the flying bats all the way in the background look so good. So it really does step it up quite a lot. And I've used two different types of that DSP. So I've got the grey that we're stamping right now, and then there's also like a candy one that's got all different lollies on it, and we're using that for the front of the card, which I think, you know, that's actually my favourite DSP in this pack, is the candy one. So cute. Alright, so we can start putting our card together now. On that small little tab there, I'm just going to run a little bit of tear and tape down. Now the tear and tape is just that little bit bigger than the tab, but what's really great with tear and tape is you can just push it back over itself and you know, get rid of it that way. It makes it really easy to fold over itself and keep its stickiness. So as you can see, just a little bit it overhangs, so you want to make sure that, you know, that you're just placing that over the top of each other, and because it's double-sided, you won't make any difference there. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm setting it on the right one. I have to think about that. So I've just pulled it back and adhered it down to the base of the card there. And then that way you know that it's folded correctly. It will go either way and will fit in your envelope. It's a very, very easy card, as you can see. Now it's just about the layering of the pieces. So hopefully you have been enjoying the spooky Halloween Spooktacular. I really have so enjoyed bringing it to you, creating the projects and filming them, editing, doing all the voiceovers, everything like that. So I really hope that you've enjoyed it. I hope you've been able to pick up some ideas, maybe even take some of the cards and create, like if you don't do Halloween, that's okay. Take the designs of the projects and make them into Christmas cards or birthday cards or anything like that. So hopefully, even if you're not Halloween minded, that you've enjoyed the series and maybe taking those projects on to do other projects. So let me know if that's the case, if you're going to be doing, you know, maybe a Christmas version or a birthday version, something like that anyway. And yeah, I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I will say it's been a lot of fun to bring these projects to you, and it was funny because I was coming up with more and more ideas, and I thought, well, do I do more weeks, or, but yeah, I think 6 is probably a good time. I do want to maybe do a Christmas one, so let me know, is a Christmas version of this design, like each week we do a 3D project, each week we do a card project over a few weeks. Let me know, because I'll be interested in bringing that to you if that's something that you would happily watch. And so we're just going to layer all these up with some liquid glue. You could also use any adhesive that you would like, so your Seal Plus, tear and tape, any of your preferences. But to me, I think the green glue here, the liquid glue, worked really well at popping all these things together. Okay, so what I would like to know is what your favourite project has been in this 6 weeks of Halloween Spooktacular. To me, I'm just trying to think back what my favourite was, and I think it was the Standing Tower card. I do love, you know, my 3D projects and stuff like that, but that tower card I think was amazing. I really was so happy with how it turned out. It's one of those cards that looks hard, but it's really not. So I really like those because people think that you've done a lot more than you really have, and they just look spectacular. Yeah, so let me know what your favourite has been throughout the series. Very interested to find out. Okay, so I'm really excited with this bundle suite for the Simple Sweet Stampers this month. I'm actually hoping that they do this double theme a little bit more often, because I think it gives a really great variety. When we pick sweets, sometimes, and I will admit, there are some sweets that I do not really like, and let's face it, we're all different crafters, we all have different interests. So you know, one stamp set someone might absolutely love, and then, you know, the next person might not like so much. So I find it can be hard with one whole suite, because there have been times where we've done the suites, or the tutorial bundle for the month, where I haven't really liked that suite too much, and that makes it really hard to create. But when there's two suites to choose from, I think, and the ladies have done an amazing job this month. I will say the calibre of projects in the tutorial bundle are absolutely amazing. So go over and have a look at them, because yeah, I'm blown away this month, and I think I want to do a couple of the projects in the tutorial and share with you, just so you can see them as well. So we are popping up both that Frankenstein puppy and our sentiment, and I've gone and put it down way too low there, that sentiment, so I'm going to have to take that up and move it, because it's just doesn't give me any room there, and it sits down too low and it just looks a little weird. So we're going to pop it up a little bit and move it up a little bit higher. And then I do realise that I've probably put on my my dimensionals a little bit too wide, so I'm going to take the two end ones off and just move them over, grab a couple of new ones, because I've already wiped them out a little bit, and put two on either side. You'll probably get away with just two of them on there being perfect. I don't know, do you guys do that regularly? I find that I make mistakes quite regularly, and yeah, it's just the way we craft. Sometimes I'm crafting and not really using my brain too much. I'm on autopilot. So we're also going to grab a couple of the die cuts out of this set. So there's a potion bottle in the Petunia Pop, which is going to go on the back of the card. And then the witch's broom. I love that there's a witch's broom. And we're going to pop that on the inside or the front of the card. So that'll just give it a nice little focus. Now with the bottle on the back, I did colour the lid of the bottle with my basic black stamping blend, and I don't know, I have actually left this card with the white lid. So please yourself if you want to colour the lids in, but what's really great is you can change those die cuts up a little bit by colouring them in. Now on to our finishing touches of this card. We're almost done. I'm going to add some dimensionals to our die cut broom, as well as the potion bottle, and pop them down on the card. So the potion bottle goes on the back of the card. Like I said, with the sample I've added the Stampin' Blends in the basic black. Please yourself if you add a little bit of colour to it. I've added the broom to the front of the card, and then to finish it off, I'm going to tie a little bow and adhere that to the broom, just to tie in this whole sweet bundle. And we're going to grab those star embellishments. Now these are really good. On my card I used 3 of the black stars, and they come in 3 different sizes, 3 different colours. So there's a white, there's a Petunia Pop, and there's a black. As you can see, that's the 2 designs. I don't know which I like better. I've left it blank this time and just left it white, but you can please yourself. So as you can see with the stars, I've added both Petunia Pop and Basic Black. Now I did not long ago on a project, and that's actually coming up. You haven't seen that yet. But with the white stars, you can take your stamping blends and colour them in. So in an upcoming video, I've actually coloured them in with the Timid Tiger, and it looks really good. So they're white, you can leave them white, or you can colour them with the stamping blends to pull any colour that you would like. So if you wanted to, you know, maybe have a granny apple green one, or, you know, a pumpkin pie one, you can certainly do that as well. And yeah, this is the card. So I really hope that you've enjoyed the whole Halloween Spooktacular this season. I've so enjoyed bringing these cards to you and creating them. So thank you so much for everyone who has come along and watched, given me a thumbs up, shared my videos, subscribed while you've been watching. I really do appreciate that. And don't forget, it is part of a bundle. So the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle available all this month, free if you join my team, free if you place an order in my online store, or you can purchase this bundle tutorial in the description of this video or over on my blog, so go over and check that out. And I think I've forgotten to put the embellishments on. Anyway, all good. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll be back with another video for you really soon, so look out for that. And until then, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!